Do you want to get a raise in 90 days? Are you trying to get a promotion as quickly as humanly possible? Or do you have your own business that's not nearly as successful as that you want it to be? Well, what do these things have in common? They have the same thing. It's all about creating value, because when you create value, or what I refer to as getting a win, when you get a win for your company, you get noticed and great things happen. Hi, I'm Lou Jaffe. I'm a very successful CEO. I've created over $1 billion in shareholder value. I'm an award-winning business professor at Loyola Marymount University. And I know what it takes to be successful. I've taught people how to be successful. I've had people that became millionaires by working for me. And I now have a program available to you that I get emails every day talking about the successes they got from taking the program. If you want to be successful, there are 5 things that have to happen. And if you can learn these 5 simple lessons, you too will be wildly successful. I've been asked, how was I successful? And I got to tell you, I've had mostly wins, but I've had losses. And regardless of win or lose, the same 5 principles have to happen. And when they don't happen, you learn where they failed. And when they do happen, you see where they're successful. So I want to give you those 5 tips right now, because you can put this stuff to work today. And you're going to start getting noticed, and you're going to get more wins, and you're going to realize, hey, that guy Lou, he knows what he's talking about. Maybe I should take his program. I know you should take the program, but we'll be back to that in just a moment. So let's talk about the 5 things that are so important. First off, before I get there, you need to know you need to give more than you expect to receive, because that's a behavioral thing. People that are always giving get noticed, and you'll always get something back. You don't necessarily get something when you're putting things into the favor bank. You don't always get them exactly where you put them in, but you get noticed because you're that kind of person that people want to be around. So here we go. Number 1, communication. And I will show you the tools that it takes to communicate better. First off, you need to listen, not to reply, because often we're wired that when we're hearing somebody speak, we're so busy with our response, we talk over them, or we're not hearing what they really said. Listen, think about what you heard, and then reply. That will change the nature of your communication. I'm also going to teach you about the balanced scorecard. I will show you how to use it. It is a way to think about all the constituencies in an organization, how it impacts financials, how it impacts a customer, how it impacts your business processes, and how it impacts your people and training your people to roll out that initiative. It also has a way of measuring their success and holding them accountable. Because when you're measuring success and you're holding people accountable, they will exceed, and you will be noticed for the person that's leading that process. I'm also going to teach you more about the Myers-Briggs analysis. We've all taken a Myers-Briggs at one point in our lives, and we know what we are. But do you really think about the other 15? Because the vast majority of the people aren't exactly what you are. And understanding how to communicate to them in their language makes you a more powerful leader. Gets more things accomplished in your organization. And I want to share with you all of those tips. So that's communication. Let's move on to mindset. I want to teach you, I want to share with you how a CEO truly thinks, what they see as the critical success factors, what they see as the key performance indicators. Because when you're thinking like a CEO, or you're thinking like your CEO, how can you not get noticed? Because you're in alignment with what they need and what you need to drive success. I'm going to teach you more about sales. I'm going to show you how to sell better, because I'm going to tell you, stop selling. Create buyers. Because when you're creating buyers, whether it be buyers for your ideas, buyers for your products, buyers for the team that works beneath you, because they're buying what you're saying and they will follow your leadership, you become great, you become noticed. I will share with you how to think differently between management and leadership, the 4th critical success factor. Because there's a difference. Management focuses on process. Leadership focuses on people. You need to know the difference. You need to know when you're process driven. You need to know when you're leading people, because leaders are only leaders when people follow. And I will help you with that. And last but not least, behavior. Your attitude and your effort, because those are the only two things you control. And when you have a great attitude, people want to be near with you, people will follow you, and you will be noticed. And when it comes to your effort, you need to know the difference between what's important and what's interesting. Because when you know the difference between important and interesting, you focus on the right things that will drive the success. And these are the things I want to help you with. If you don't believe me, I get letters all the time. I get emails from people that have taken the course. I had a general manager of a restaurant write to me, "Thank you for teaching me how to listen. I spend time with everybody in my organization in my one restaurant, which is part of a larger chain. And I find out how we can fix our business and do better, because we're not really a broken business, but fix things to get better. Because each person knows their job, and I'm kind of like a conductor, and I have to make all of those people work together." Well, he went to one of his big bosses and said, "Listen, at the next meeting that we have for all of our general managers, I'd love to do a presentation and share with everyone how I became the best store in the entire chain." Didn't ask for anything in return. His boss noticed how awesome he was. His boss said, "You know what? The next time there's an opening for a regional VP, you're my guy, because you get it. And you're going to lead people, and great things are going to happen." And he got that out of the program. Or another CEO of a pharmaceutical company wrote to me. And he said, "I've always been a micromanager. I have a hard time with people and they leave. I have retention issues because I micromanage, because I don't trust. And I took your program and I learned how to use the balanced scorecard so that I could communicate to people what the initiatives we needed to do were. And I could find a way that we could measure them. Because when people know that they're being watched, meaning they're going to get a performance bump or a bonus for doing the right things, they do them. Because I learned from you, Lou, you can't manage what you can't measure. And if you inspect what you expect, people will live up to those expectations. And then I could take a step back and not ride my people. So thank you for teaching me that, because my employee retention has gone up, and our success has gone up, and our share price has gone up. And you take some of the credit. That made me so happy. I had a guy who's a digital technology mid-manager. And he wrote me a really nice note about he learned the difference between what's interesting and what's important. And he was put in charge of a new project, but he didn't get a promotion. He just had the responsibility. And he started communicating with his boss and anticipating what his boss needed, because he was thinking like a CEO. And he got the promotion and he got the raise because he used the lessons and he started thinking like a CEO. And these are the things that you're going to get from this program. So now it's your turn. Do you want to take action? Do you want these great things to happen? Well, they won't happen if you're busy doing the same things and expecting new outcomes. That's the definition of insanity. Do things different. Read my book. Take the program. It costs less than a great dinner out on a weekend. And it will create value today, tomorrow, and the rest of your life. But now it's your turn. I hope you take action, because those that take action and those that think of these 5 critical lessons that I just shared with you are the ones that we're all jealous of, because they perform at the highest possible levels. So it's your turn. Do something now. Take out that credit card, buy the program, and start reaping the important benefits of life. Gotta go. it's your turn.